Hi, I'm John.
And I'm Zach. And first off, we're going to teach you how to make some Elizabethan cookies. But we only have some ingredients, so...
See, the ingredients we have are sugar, flour, eggs, butter, but we're missing some of the key ones from back in the day. To the market, guys.
Let's go, brother!
Time to get those ingredients.
Place the item in the bag.
$7.
If you have press the coupon button. Otherwise, select the mode.
I'll pay you back.
Alright, that's good.
Boom.
Alright, how's it going, guys? We just got back from the market. We got all our ingredients for the cookies. So, John, you want to explain what we got?
We bought some clove powder and some fresh mace powder. Very weird stuff they probably used back in the day. And so far our ingredients are sugar, flour, butter, eggs, clove powder, mace powder, and that's about it. Let's get to it. So, first we start off with 3 cups of flour. This is going to be a pretty difficult process, especially the messy part, so here goes nothing. 1, 2, and just about 3, just a little shy, so it's alright. Next, we have
1.5 cups of butter. Booyah! So, we're gonna have to get good. Okay, so after we got the butter all chopped up, you're just gonna want to just slam it in there. Make sure you get that paper out of the way. That's probably a good idea. Don't want to cause any stuff with your bowel problems. It's pretty a bad idea. So we're gonna get this bud in there. Butter all day. Booyah.
And that's about 1.5
Booyah.
cups of butter
Booyah.
right there. And next we have just 1 cup of sugar. We're using the old one, it's alright. It gets a little messy.
Make sure you want to keep your hands clean at all times.
Oh, look at that, that's beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. And let's see, next we have 1/4 teaspoon of clove powder.
And the next thing you want to make sure to do is have a pre-dinner snack. After you get that powder on there, you want to have some good old-fashioned pimento spread. Get that metabolism nice and going. Look at that.
And after you have the pre-dinner,
That's not good. Don't eat the pimento spread.
and after you dump it into the spread, you have to add some mace powder. Brand new, off the shelf, very, very high quality stuff here. Very, very good stuff we have here. And all they asked for is 1/4 teaspoon. That's a little more, but it's alright. And then next we have the last ingredient, the 3 egg yolks. Zach, would you do the honor? 3 egg yolks.
It's in my eye. That's okay. It's good. Alright. 3 egg yolks. Wham. Uno. Bam. Dos. Bam. Boom. 3. And after that, I gotta clean up my hands really quick. John, take it away.
Oh. So next we get into the stirring process. Probably my favorite process here. Just you gotta stir it and stir and stir and stir and stir.
Be a man about it. No, too much. Too much. Okay, keep going.
And stir and stir and stir and stir and stir and stir.
Okay, let me take it away really quick. And then first, you have to treat it like flat woman, like nice and sexy time, yes, like treat it very nice, like I can do. Yes, get it all nice in there. Might need too much powder for that. Flour's probably bad for you, it's not good. Okay, yes, get this, nice, very nice. Do your face in it, like, do it like sexy. Mash your hands in it, get it nice and flour, like, yes, get the butter, nice and milk. It's pretty thick. Gotta use some milk. We need more milk all day, let's go. More milk, yes. Keep going. Okay, that's good. Nice and mush, like, yes, I can do. Don't mess my hands, it kinda hurts, so you gotta just like slide it down like that. Okay, we gotta get it in there. I think it's coming out pretty good. Looks like it's getting there. Oh yeah. And remember, this is a treat they have for all classes, no matter what social status you were. Or wealth. And it's so damn good. It's making me cry. My face is so wet. More milk. Yes, that's good. Okay, mash it. Oh, that's nasty. What is that? Oh, just mash it. Keep going. Very nice. Like sexy lady. Let's mash it. I put this away. Yes. This is part of the history of the cookie. Yes. What you want to do is take it, and you want to get it nice and good. Keep it nice and tender. Like how you do. Let's see. Then you take nice done. Then you dance with it. Dance. Very good. Have to weigh the flavor. That's how you do. Get all your ingredients out. You know, spray tools, your sugar. You got to have a nice clean table to know how to do this. Yes. Yes. What do you look for? I help you. What are you looking for, John? The stirring machine. It's like this, but powerful. So, even though Elizabethan times they didn't really have power, we're gonna use it anyways. Sexy style.
Get it going.
As fast as it goes, get nice and stir like yes. It's getting a little thick. Might get some more milk, please? Go get that milk. How you do? And make it a little bit more water-like. Drop it, Ben. Just yes. Oh. Okay, nice and slow, like sexy lady. Get that milk nice in the powder, like nice juices flowing. I like. Get those sides a little bit. Yes, how you do? Very nice.
And while he's getting that mixed up, I'll get this pan cleaned off so we can start throwing the cookies on here. Oh, and since this is an oven thing, they didn't have these fancy gas-powered ovens back in the day, but we do. 350 degrees is what they wanted at, 350 degrees is what they get. So after getting the tray cleaned off, we have to now put little dabs of this delicious cookie mix onto there. Look at it, it's nice and thick and consistent, the way we like it.
Okay, make sure to use, we might need bigger tray. This is good, I like. Okay, it's fine. How you do? Don't be such a little baby with it.
And you can't always forget the huge cookie.
Now make sure you need at least one big cookie in that pie, okay? It'll do just fine. Make sure it doesn't get together, so you're gonna want to crease it with your hand a little bit. Make sure this is really good to eat, okay? It's good for your metabolism. Gets those biceps nice and pumped. Make sure you suck on that for a little bit. Okay, now, after you have a little spaz attack going on, you want to put more of that, little, what you call this, cream down. Not really cream, but I'm going to call it cream. It's batter. Who cares? I like it.
So, there it is. That's the cookies before they're made. We'll show them to you after they're made as well.
Oh yeah.
Put it there.
And then.
So, this dessert, no matter what social class or social status you have, or just about anyone could enjoy this. It's quick, easy, and cheap. Didn't take much work. Well, maybe not nowadays, at least. It doesn't take much work, but back then it might have, assuming our technology advances have come quite a way. And this is just a great treat. Just look at it.
On action.
I mean, back then they didn't have these fancy refrigerators to keep all your food cold, freezers for your pre-made lasagna, but we do now, and I'm pretty sure they enjoyed stuff like lasagna back then. Pasta, sauce, easy stuff to make. It's just food in general. The whole thing has changed. Mace powder, I've never heard of this until today. So, there's a lot of things new here.
That and back then in the Elizabethan times, diets were much more important than they are today. People weren't as obese back then than they are now, and people actually really did care about their diets. Especially back in England, it was very common for people to have gardens and to grow such things as tomatoes and scallions and such things like that. And because of no refrigerators or ovens, food went stale really quickly.
And back then, they used to drink a lot of wine and a lot of beer. They never drank water because the water was particularly dirty. And they didn't realize that when making the wine and beer and all the ale and stuff, that they boiled the water and got all the bacteria out. And therefore, they were setting themselves up by disaster, basically being drunk the whole time without knowing that they could have clean water without making beer.
And just to make sure, you take your finger, you get a little dab of this. So, ovens back then than they are compared to today. Ovens back then were consisted of a brick stove. Well, not a stove, but necessarily just brick. You're gonna put it in like this. It was all consisted of brick, some kind of clay to keep it all nice and together, and it used an actual fire. You take the shingling wood and shove it in the oven, and it because of the heat, it'd burn it up. So, even though you can be clumsy and goofy, you always want to make sure that after you're done with cooking and all that, you make sure you want to have a clean table for the next day or something like that. So, we'll get it all cleaned up.
They didn't have sinks back then either.
No, but it's really useful today, so ha ha ha!
Or probably dish detergent, orange, oxy. Very, very, very powerful stuff here. I mean, just look at it. It's taken up, greasy, gone.
Make sure you want to clean this off for a good, nice, clean cutting board. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's preheat. So. It's on heat. We're just gonna do 350. I think once it reaches 350 degrees, then it's gonna actually be cooking. So while John's taking care of that, I'm gonna clean up the table. And you've also got Scrubbing Buddies bathroom cleaner. Kills 99% bacteria. Generally, it's used for your toilet, but it'll work just as good.
Back then, they didn't have toilets either.
So cookies are done. We're tired because we just put all of our effort into this video for you guys. And I did some 4 pull-ups, obviously, because you know how good I look. And then, even back in Elizabethan times, you had cornbread, which consisted of corn on the cob and bread, and you'd bake those two together, and that's what you get. And it's really good. Cheers. Wow, that's amazing. It's like so good. I can't even describe how good it is.
Well, let's try a piece of these cookies that just came out of the oven.
Just having a hard time making those cookies, isn't he? I'm gonna get some milk because my mouth's kind of dry.
Bottoms up. Oh, yummy.
It's really not that bad. I could eat this. I'll definitely eat this.